Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and we got another new one for you today. Today we're going to be having a look at r/old people Facebook. Now I was a little reluctant to have a look at this subreddit at first purely because I am in my 20s and I didn't want any older people to think that I was crapping on the older generations. But there are so many in this that are genuinely endearing and quite cute, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Let's have a look. I wish someone loved me as much as this horse loves broccoli. It's another one from Zesty Supreme. I notice a lot of people sharing memes from this page that old people are just commenting on. This is glorious. Okay. I wish someone loved me as much as this horse loves broccoli. Lol, that's a bear and a cantaloupe, but okay. And then, wolf for the watermelon! Does everyone see it differently? I see wolf and watermelon. Is this about a dress? Yes, this is the dress. This is the infamous dress. Do you see white and gold or wolf and watermelon? I lost 8 pounds since July. Well, that is one way to lose weight. I could say, as a certified fat guy, the best way to get rid of those extra pounds is if you just become a non-corporeal, ethereal being in the sky. So, yeah, you got some good, some good points. I love the oversharing. There's just so much random oversharing. I swear, r/old people Facebook could do a collaboration with r/nobody asks, because there is just random information that comes out of nowhere. Maybe I'll do that for a video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to hear that. I hate Rihanna. She might be mean to you, Tara, but that doesn't mean you have to be mean to her. Thanks, Geraldine. Oh, there's a certain amount of sweetness here though. She's genuinely trying to be nice. She's trying to give her granddaughter some advice. I genuinely found this quite sweet. You don't need to be mean. Seriously though, if Rihanna's wasting her time throwing shade at Tara here, then maybe Geraldine maybe she should take on Geraldine's advice. I was about to say, maybe Geraldine should come up with some better advice. But hey, don't be mean to Rihanna. Not sure if this belongs, but this picture my dad gave me for Christmas. Perfect! Oh no! Why? Oh, there are so many different steps. There were so many different steps it took for this to get to this point. I can tell that clearly he was trying to take a screenshot, but turned it either up or down at the same time and managed to get that in the screenshot. Okay, that was mistake number one. Then he would have had the picture. He would have been able to look at it separately, still saw the ring on it, no problem. It went to print. It went to print and was given to this person. It's that would be an amazing amount of shade if you only the two people on the outer sides, and that was just your own way of not so subtly, or rather subtly obscuring the two people in the middle. Oh boy, I don't know what happened. It must be because of these clumsy old man fingers. So I hope this got framed. I'm old. Who is that? He looks familiar. He's the lead singer of the band Korn. Oh, told you I'm old, never heard of corn, except on the cob. Yim yum. Oh, I love yim yum, Grandma. I've never heard of corn except on the cob. Yim yum. Does this mean that she's never heard of tuna and sweet corn salad? Yim yum. That's so sweet. I've actually heard that whole, I don't know this band because I'm old before, but one time I heard it when I was wearing a Hawkwind band t-shirt, and then this old lady was like, oh, I'm far too old and decrepit to know who they are, and I was like, oh, so are most of the audience members, to be fair. If you know Hawkwind at all, you'll know that most of the audience are kind of 60 plus with really long hair and beards and all of that. So I was like, oh, well. How do you clean poo stains from a rug? Rug stains. Poo stains, Google. I don't know, Grandma, this isn't Google, that's why it says messages. I love this. This reminds me of that old man search Twitter, where there was the old guy who thought that Twitter was a search engine, and it came up with all this strange stuff like scissors to cut cheese, and then also like swimsuit actress boob, standard stuff like that. But I love that, like, they wouldn't have known what kind of day their grandma was having until they just opened their phone and saw all of these. Although having said that, normally, if something like this has happened, you normally find out as soon as you say, "How are you?" I don't know about anyone else here, but whenever I say, "How have you been doing, Grandpa?" he seems to translate that to give me a graphic description of every bowel movement you've had for the last week. It's just great. So someone's aunt wanted to take a screenshot, and yeah, this is the best way to do it. You take your phone, you put it in the scanner, you print it out, and then you fax it. It reminds me of that picture I see of like the thing where the printer wasn't working, so they just took the monitor and put it on top of the scanner. Freaking scan this. Definitely 200 IQ, the best way to show someone a text message. Found this on Facebook Marketplace and can't stop thinking about it. Oh God. So I need to pause for a minute before I can comment properly. This is a very rare guitar. This is incredibly rare. You know why? That man, that isn't actually his reflection, that is his soul. His soul has been trapped inside the guitar. Just like that episode of Adventure Time where Finn's soul gets trapped in his sword and then there's like a Finn sword. This is like old man guitar. His essence is now in there, and it's one of those things where if you play it, you will be able to play any song perfectly, but then you'll also have this old guy like haunting your nightmares afterwards. It's like a monkey's paw type situation. I just noticed how you can see like the rest of the body in the guitar. And then just his little head on top. I love the confused look as well. This has killed me again. 60-year-old co-worker has been texting me every day for over a year. Good morning. 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 Aww. You see, this is what I mean by it's endearing. This is sweet. Now you can see it has been every day. They're just saying good morning. I guess it's kind of like the whole co-worker thing where you walk in and then like as soon as you see everyone you're like morning, 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 morning. But he wants to do it to everyone every day. That's so sweet. Bless your heart, Joel. You're a lovely man. Like the only thing that I realised though is that it's like Monday 5:37 a.m, Tuesday 5:29 a.m, then yesterday 4:32. No. What? Why are you saying good morning at that time? That's not morning, that's night. That's like bad morning. It's terrible. All because I said no to bingo tonight. Grandpa, missed call. Grandpa, coward. Well, if you've ever been in a bingo hall, then you know that the people there kind of get a little bit serious about the bingo. I would not blame the OP for being a coward in this situation. No, coward, you don't want to talk to me about bingo. You don't want to play bingo with your old grandpa, you coward. Word that your numbers won't come up. Oh, Boris, I knows we can't use emojis and emoticons in this here group, so I've done me own. Feel free to use as necessary. You're welcome. I'm glad that she's like readily took all those pictures just in case she would need them. What kind of situation would warrant the bottom left? Is she going around looking like that? Just the people that annoy her in everyday life. This is some chaotic good energy right here. I love this. Me trying to practice social distancing in the grocery store. The person behind me in line. I've been in this situation a lot. I'm one of the like dedicated grocery getters in my household. And the amount of times I've had to turn around and be like, can you back up please? It is ridiculous. Anyway, that's not the point of this post. Brenda is in hospital. She's not well. She's very sick. She has colpsed. Few days ago, we pray and hope she better not. She might be out or not, Jonty. We all love her. Tell Becca not to cry or scream. What? Oh, okay. It's just so aggressive. I love how with old people Facebook, so much of it is just like, you know, like I mentioned before with the r/nobody asked, it's just, you know, somebody will share something and then they just comment with all this information that nobody was expecting. Tell Becca not to cry or scream. Yeah, I'm sure that'll make her feel better. Hey Becca, Brenda's in hospital, don't cry or scream. Good night. God.
My grandson is supposed to be having a job interview. Is he there?
Hi Phyllis, we hope your grandson did well.
He didn't go. He was busy patching those poker bugs on his phone. Very upset with it.
Poker bugs. Oh, Phyllis. I do like the whole just message Walmart, just be like, my grandson is supposed to be having a job interview, is he there? I love the naivety and the innocence of this. Like, they think if they just message Walmart, it will definitely be their local one. Like, don't even say who the grandson is, just, is this boy there? Too busy catching the poker bugs on his phone. It's still just, it's just like the idea of messaging Walmart. They're not even the message is like a public comment. It's my grandson. Maya Briggs is basically astrology for people with LinkedIn profiles. Change my mind. That guy's sign keeps changing. Oh, Grandma's just found out what memes are. Does she think that this is just like the most argumentative guy in the world that just wants people to keep changing his mind? I mean, to be fair, the original guy was just like the epitome. Like, I don't know if you saw the real one, but it was like, male privilege is a myth, changed my mind. And it's like the fact that you're there thinking that people should come up to you and like change your mind, that they should waste their time just because you're like telling people to do something for you, is the epitome of male privilege. It's ridiculous, man. That guy's sign keeps changing. He's out there every day, Grandma. He just wants to have his mind changed all the time. Watched a movie we haven't seen in many years with Kevin Bacon in it. My hubby said he should name his son Chris Paul Bacon, or Crispy Bacon. Haha.
Funny! My cancer has returned blue, my luck has run out, so now it's a stage 4 will get me all spread to other parts and it's very aggressive, this triple negative. Oncologist is figuring out if he can keep me alive a little longer. I'm sure your husband has heard of my cancer. It's rare though, only 10 to 15% of women get this kind. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
What a perfect response. That's exactly what you're expecting when you make a little pun based on Kevin Bacon. It's like I said earlier, it's a mix of old people Facebook with r/nobody asked. It just like flood you with all these sad medical details out of freaking nowhere. I know this is a really sad thing, but there's just so much to unpack. It's the whole funny, my cancer has returned blue, and just suddenly boom, my luck has run out. It's just going so freaking dark really quickly. Aunt gave birth yesterday and Grandpa was very excited. There's the announcement to 5 people, and okay. Glad you love your new grandkid. I actually had a similar situation myself when I was born. I mean, of course I don't remember, but this is what I was told. I was the firstborn for all of my grandparents. You know, I was the first grandkid, and around the time of my birth, my grandparents on my father's side had just bought a new sort of voicemail thingy for the, you know, like a tape recorder for their phone that wasn't really working properly. After I was born, my dad phoned up his mum to say, you're a grandmother, kept saying you're a grandmother over and over again, hoping that she would be excited, and the first thing she said was, that damn thing! and my dad just hung up because he was so insulted that he just like phoned up his mum to announce the birth of his first kid, and all she said was, that damn thing! Which, to be fair, describes me pretty well. This guy just posted a picture of his fiancée. How did I get so lucky?
'cause you are a very handsome great guy.
Thanks, Grandma. You see, this is the kind of content that I like on old people Facebook. This is just a grandma being sweet. And, like, he was sweet as well. I know how that is when you think, oh my goodness, how did I get this person? I feel the same way about my partner. But the grandma just, like, complimenting him and being all sweet. Like, oh, this is just so lovely. Punch, $35. Well, if that punch makes me as happy as it clearly makes you, then I think that $35 is an absolute steal. Only thing is I don't think it goes long enough. It looks more like a skirt from the 70s, I think. Name something that pisses you the frick off.
People like you that can't express themselves without bad language.
Oh, Doris. I'm going to call her Doris. She sounds like a Doris. Oh, Doris. Doris, if that's the thing that annoys you most in this world, then things have been pretty good for you. I don't understand people that are offended by swearing. I mean, I try not to swear on this channel just because of what YouTube's like, but... Like, if you were to meet me face to face, it would just be, you know, frick, but you know, ruder, worse than frick, worse than heck. You know, I say heck all the time. Really though. Imagine, like, they said that it was their grandma as well. Why would you, like, have your grandma being able to see this? And also, why would grandma just be like, people like you? Then again, my grandmothers were a bit unhinged as well, so... All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Love is all you need? I don't know Lord of the Rings well enough to totally get it, but I can put my own meaning on it. Bless your heart, Elizabeth. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I've mentioned that before. You know, like, it ruins the moment. Like, it was ruined the moment they decided to get rid of Jar Jar Binks. He is the best Star Wars character ever. However, I've seen this t-shirt advertised a few times because, you know, I'm a nerd and it comes up on the nerdy things, and it genuinely annoys me from a linguistic point of view because Yoda would not say love is all you need. Yoda would say love all you need is, because it goes like it adjusts the clauses around. I'm not going to go into too much detail. This is where I'm getting too into the linguistics, but every time I see it, it bothers me just a little bit. My mum had this printed. Same as the gift from the dad earlier with the awkward screenshot instead of an actual picture. One thing I noticed is that there's a Facebook Messenger with one notification in the side, so if you put this up and frame it, it's just gonna look like you've perpetually got one person that you need to answer. Also, I don't know what's worse. The fact that they've got, like, the little phone symbol, like, directly over the baby. I mean, at least with the others, like the GPS route finder, it's, you know, in the corner out the way. You can try to ignore it, but it's got the phone square on the baby, who's obviously supposed to be the centre of this photo. And not only that, but it's so awkwardly cropped around all of the sides at, like, 5:12 in the afternoon, in half. I never understand how it gets to this point, because if you've got the screenshot, then surely in order to have the background, you've got the picture as well. How my mum shops online. Will you order this wallet for me off Amazon? I will pay you. Yeah, there's a few people in the comments going, oh, my dad does this too, my mum does this too. I think that that's kind of sweet, just asking for a little help, you know, and cute phone case. Ladies and gentlemen, my grandmother. Do you want this bowl? Today, Granny created group. Do you want this bowl? Granny added you. Granny changed this group's icon. Granny left. You're now an admin. Yeah, for old people on Facebook, creating a group is definitely the easiest way to send a message. Created a group. Do you want this bowl? I didn't see, like, the whole of it first, and at first I thought that she was, like, adding loads of people into a group to see if they wanted a freaking bowl or not. I don't know which is better. Dish rack, $10. I'm interested. Great, when do you want it? What are you interested in? You messaged me saying you wanted a dish rack. It's $10. Do you want it? That's not my rack, sorry. I am selling a dish rack. You messaged me saying you were interested in buying it. Oh gosh. The problem with this is that they give you those little pre-made options at the bottom of a listing, so it'll say something like I'm interested or is this still available or whatever, and it's so easy, especially if you're not too familiar with Facebook, to just like scroll through and accidentally tap one. So this person probably never even realised that they tapped it, and then the next thing they know, this person's asking them about a dish rack, and they don't know why. The whole, you messaged me saying you wanted the rack, it's $10. That's not my rack. By that point, it was already freaking explained to them.
All the best for today. I will be thinking of you. Lots love, Granny.xxx.
Chat debate, Granny sex, enjoy free chat webcam. The title of this post is Granny messaged me to wish me luck on my test. Can you imagine? That's like, this is something to think about. Nobody, 50-year-old guy posting the same profile pic for the 8th time. Oh no! I hate how true this is. I think it's just because, like, they take pictures from the angle that it's most comfortable. Because, you know, the reason that everybody goes, oh, it's my face, when you accidentally open the front-facing camera is because you're, like, holding it low down from an unflattering angle. But it's just, like, 2 and 2 haven't made 4 yet. Don't frickin' walk. Might be fun to walk in the snow, though. Nasty out there. It's fine. You will get wet. I've got jackets. I called Mr. Uber. You see, this is another one of those ones that I find really endearing, because clearly the dad cares about their kid. Clearly the dad doesn't want, like, the child to, you know, get wet or cold or whatever. I personally hate walking in the snow because I don't know how it's possible to walk in the snow without, you know, falling flat on your ass about 10 times. You know, last time I'd fallen over once before, fell over again and really hurt my knee, so, you know, the dad is coming from somewhere and he does care, so this is quite sweet. But Mr. Uber. Hello, yes, this is Mr. Uber. I control all of the Ubers. They are all connected to my Ethernet. Mr. Uber contacting Uber Hive base. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with this. Bless you, Walmart, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I can do that whole thing. Because that's definitely what the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches that you need to bless the large conglomerate corporations. Definitely. I just don't get why this person felt the need to bless Walmart so strongly. Facebook, please put pictures from Christmas on here. Grandma, what are you talking about? I'm trying to put the pictures from Christmas on the Facebook, but it won't work. Lol, were you trying to command it like a robot? Your grandfather told me to try it. I wish I could have been there for that conversation. Like, I mean, she's got a picture of herself there already, so she has, or well, maybe somebody uploaded it for her. I don't know. But it's the fact that, like, she clearly could have put the pictures from Christmas on there, so she would have had a conversation with her husband, who would have been like, well, why don't you type in put pictures from Christmas? Oh, bless her heart. Well, that's it for this episode of r/old people Facebook. This is actually one of my favourite subreddits, so I would love to do more videos on it if you would like to hear more. If you would, then please let me know in the comments. And as I always say, if you'd like to hear from any other subreddits, go ahead and tell me in the comments as well. And until then, I'll see you all next time.